Good morning, my dear friends. Welcome to the world of physics. So we were discussing about our new chapter sound. The last day we have seen what is sound, what are the general terms of sound, and we have studied about one characteristics, that is loudness of the sound. Today we are going to discuss about next two characteristics of sound. Total there are three characteristics of sound. First one we have discussed yesterday, and today we are going to discuss about the remaining two characteristics of sound. The remaining two characteristics of sound, one is pitch and another one is quality of sound or timbre. One is pitch, the other one is a quality of sound or a timbre. So pitch, first we are going to discuss about pitch. So what is pitch? Pitch is the characteristics of sound which is going to differentiate between a feeble, a shrill sound and a hoarse sound. A shrill sound and a hoarse sound. So what do you mean by a shrill sound? Shrill sound means very sharp sound is called a shrill sound. What will be the hoarse sound? Hoarse sound will be just a flat sound, not that much sharp. For example, when we are talking about the sounds of the male and female of the human being, we know that male sound is flatter than female sound, or the female sound is having more shriller effect than the male sound. Or the whole sound, when we are getting cough or some throat infection, what will happen? The quality, that means our sound level is, or the energy of the verb is going to be reduced, or the, what we will say, the frequency of the verb is going to be changed. So what will happen? Normally we are having a good sound, and when throat infection is there, what happens there? That good sound is going to be lower. It's not that much sharp. Shrill means sharp sound. Now, pitch of the sound is controlled by frequency. Pitch of the sound is controlled by frequency. What was frequency? Already we have discussed that the number of complete waves or the number of complete vibrations in 1 second is called frequency, or we can say that the number of complete vibrations is called frequency. So here I have got two figures. First one, how many waves are there? 1, 2. So the frequency is 2. And here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 waves are there. Length is same. So in same time, 6 waves are produced. So we can say that the frequency of that wave is very high. If the frequency of the wave is high, then pitch also will be high. Now, what is the difference between this frequency and pitch? Frequency means we can say that this is already, as I said, that this is a frustrated, this is rough area. That means this is compression and this is rarefaction. So when we are producing a sound, normally the sound is traveling in the form of a wave. That means a number of compressions and rarefactions are reaching to our ear. So when this number of compression and rarefactions are more, that means the frequency is more, then what will happen? The eardrum is going to vibrate more due to this more compression and rarefaction. As a result, we will feel that pitch or the sound is very sharp, with pitch is very high. Now, when these compressions and rarefactions are less, that means less frequency. This compression and rarefactions are less, and high frequency, compression and rarefactions are very high. So when the compression and rarefactions are very less, the effect which is produced on our eardrum will be less, and the sound will become flatter or a hoarse sound. Okay, this is the characteristics of a sound called pitch. Differentiate between a shrill sound from a hoarse sound or a flat sound. Now again, there is an activity there on page number 94 in your textbook. There we are going to take a card. Maybe card means a very strong paper, no? Card or a very light plastic or cellophane. and you have a bicycle at your home. What you have to do? You put the cycle on the center stand, that stand. Then what you have the backside wheel should be free. Now you have to slowly rotate the pedal so that the tire also will start rotating. Now you have to keep the part, this card, on the rims of there are small iron rims are there, steel rims are there. On the rims you will, in between the rims you just show the card. So at that time what will happen? When as the tire is rotating slowly, the rims also will be rotating, it will slowly slide on the car. So you will be able to hear sound which is house sound or a flat sound. It's not that much sharp. Now what you have to do? You have to increase the speed of the pedal. When the pedal speed is increased, automatically what will happen? The tire speed also is going to be increased. At that time, the car will be striking, or the number of striking on the car by the road will be very high. That means frequency is high. So you are going to hear a little more sharp sound. From here it's clear that frequency is controlling the characteristic of the sound called pitch. Okay, now I think it's clear for you. Then next one is that we are going to enter into the next quality or characteristics of sound. Quality of sound or timbre. Quality of sound or a timbre. What's quality of sound or timbre? It is that a characteristic of a sound that distinguishes between two notes of the same pitch or the same loudness. Same pitch or the same loudness of different bodies. Not the same, the sounds are not produced from the same body, will be from the different bodies. Can be different musical instruments, can be different persons, can be different animals, etc. Okay, so what is quality of sound or timbre? It is the characteristics of the sound which is distinguishes two notes of same pitch, which is depending upon frequency, and the same loudness. Loudness is depending upon amplitude of different bodies. Okay, now when we are speaking about the sounds produced by different, for example, the tabla is familiar to you and the drum is familiar to you, and you are able to recognize the sound of the tabla as well as the sound of a drum, even if it is producing the sound waves of same frequency and amplitude or same pitch and loudness. Okay, why it is happening? It is happening because of the harmonics. What's harmonics? Unique pattern of secondary wave. Already we know that sound is traveling in the form of a wave. That's the first primary wave. Secondary wave means just near to the wave. I have shown this figure. Normally we know one wave is there. Just near to the wave, there will be another wave pattern will be produced. These are called harmonics. Here you can see that the harmonics is different shape. Okay, the secondary wave is a different shape. So it's clear that the frequency and the loudness or the amplitude, the wave is one, amplitude is also almost same, but we are able to recognize the sounds of different musical instruments, even if the pitch and the loudness is same, or the frequency and the amplitude is same. Because of why? Because of harmonics. What is harmonics? Unique pattern of secondary wave of a particular instrument that will be having only that particular instrument. That's why we are able to recognize the sound of a person when two persons are maybe talking just behind the wall. One person is known person to us, one is stranger. We are able to recognize the sound of a known person, even if they are speaking with the same pitch and same loudness. Okay, so different. That means no two instruments or no two persons are going to have same harmonics. Since the harmonics is same, what will happen? We are able to recognize the different sounds of different objects. Okay, so these are the two characteristics of sound. So what are things we have learned? So we have learned about pitch, the second one characteristic of sound, pitch, which is the characteristic of sound which is differentiate between a shrill sound to a hoarse sound. We have seen. Then after that we have seen this pitch is completely controlled by frequency. When the frequency is more, shriller will be the sound. When the frequency is less, the sound will be flatter or hoarse sound. Then we have seen about quality of sound or timbre, means the characteristics of sound which is distinguished between the sound of same pitch and loudness of the different bodies. And this is because of the harmonics. Harmonics is unique pattern of a secondary wave. This unique pattern will be unique for one particular instrument, and that's why we are able to recognize the difference between two instruments which is producing the same pitch and loudness. Okay, so this is about our two more the characteristics. So we have completed the characteristics of sound. Next class we will discuss about the difference between music and noise. So there is a homework for you on page number 95 your textbook. There is some questions are given. Check your progress, fill in the blanks and answer the following. What you have to do? You have to complete this one on a paper, A4 size paper. Okay, thank you. Read your textbook well.